now. Yeah, mic's working. Let's go. My mic for some reason was disconnected. I don't know why. Don't ask. Hello, gang. Hope everyone's doing well. How's everyone doing today? This is the wrong screen. Give me a second. I needed this one. Yeah. Hell yeah. Alright, welcome in Raspberry, welcome in Sam, hello. Good to see both of you, hope you're doing well. The reason why this stream took a little bit longer is because some sleeves got damaged in that process today, so I had to find replacements for those. That's why I took a little bit longer. Also, in starting soon that is. Also, me getting home a little later from the challenge because I was waiting for a rainstorm to pass. So that all factored into me being a little bit later today. Hope you guys don't mind. Probably not gonna stream for too long on this one. It's gonna be like 2.5 hours max, I think. But I hope you're both doing excellently today, everyone. I was gonna ask you about a card for Commander, now I've forgotten. Also, what's the salmon thing even in title? Salmon thing? Oh, walk on, not salmon. Oh yeah, Sam, I completely forgot to to make the walk on. I completely forgot. It is in my to-do list. I just haven't opened my to-do list in like a good 3 or 4 days, I think. Just because I've been so busy with POKÉ-COMMANDER and the multiple league challenges and cups and everything else work. So I'll get to that. I can't promise it for next stream because next stream is going to be in 2 days again. But I'm working on it. Don't worry. I'll work on it. Eventually. Soon, TM. I'm very sorry about that, by the way. The walk-on will be made. Do not worry. You just have to respect me and my time, because I've also spent multiple days on like ban list tweaking, testing for Commander. I think this is like the first thing of content creation that I'm gonna do right now since I launched Commander that is not Commander. So I'm so pissed you forgot what you're gonna ask about. I'm so sorry. Anyway, we're playtesting Quad Thorns today. These are the only Pokemon in the deck. In case anyone of you is, yes, and yes, I do own Quad Thorns, because I've played Quad Thorns in Standard quite a bit. And if any one of you doesn't know this card, Iron Thorns is a 230 HP lightning type basic Pokemon with a lot of retreat costs, a lot of text. What it comes down to is, if this card is in the active spot, Rulebox Pokemon have no abilities, except for Pokemon that have the future tag. That's pretty good. It's like a permanent path, sort of. It's like a pseudo path, but it's on Pokemon ability. So the only thing that shuts this off specifically is either Wobbuffet, Flufkey, or Back to the Beat. But then again, why Cinderace banned? Because Cinderace is also too consistent in its damage. That's why Cinderace is banned. I tested it. It's definitely the least offender of like this attack does more damage for each prize card your opponent has taken. It's definitely the least of the 3 offenders by far. But it still felt too strong, in my opinion. I'm unsure. It's statistics you can't even attack every turn. Yeah, but Float Zone is a thing, so getting it out of active is not hard. Surely it's less broken than Buzzle. Dude, Buzzle skills off your own prizes, not your opponent's. How do people consistently fail to read the card Buzzle? It's so funny. Like, I feel like people have messaged me like at least 3 times about Buzzle. Like, wait, was this not banned? Because it skills off your own prizes and not your opponent's. That's why. That's the whole reason why. Sure, the card's probably good. I would not say it's broken, though. I don't think Buzzle is broken at all. And it's a good late game attacker, but you need to get to that late game where you've taken multiple prizes. So you can't just wait it out and then rip the Buzzle. Anyway, the fact that Cinderace is banned and Telepass isn't, it's so sus. I don't think Telepass is that sus. You can play around Telepass. If you know people play roll slides, it's probably in there, so you can play around it. I'll definitely play test more with it because it does seem strong. Let me just tell you, Secret Wonders Gardevoir was already on the watch list before I even released this format. Let me just tell you that. It was already on the watch list before I released this format. Now, I haven't seen it do absolutely disgusting things for more than one game. I've only seen it pop off in like one game, and that's the one game you're talking about. If a single person plays a Gust, it's broken. Well, even then, you're playing, if you're copying Gust with Guardy, sure, you're getting Gust every single turn, but you can only Gust one of 3 people. One of 3 other opponents. Hello? Like in a 1v1, maybe it's better, but I don't know. I just haven't seen convincing enough evidence for it to be an actual unhealthy play pattern. I'm willing to test more on it, don't worry. But literally the only person that's given me pushback on Telepath Gardevoir is you. Literally no other person has complained about Telepath Gardevoir. Maybe it's because they like playing with it, I don't know. Well, like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know, but it's okay. Anyway, do we want to know about the list? Because like that Volt Cyclone attack is super awkward, of course. The Volt Cyclone. It's 1 colorless or 1 lightning, 2 colorless for 140, and you have to move to a bench Pokemon. So usually you only want to keep 1 Iron Thorns in play if possible. But if you know your opponent has the option to one-shot you, you probably want to go for the second one. Did you like the melodic combo you sent me? Yeah, I did like it. I'm not sure how consistent it is. I'm sure it's like somewhat consistent at the very least. But yeah, I liked it for sure. Definitely didn't seem bad at all. Anyway, the engine to get Iron Thorns going is the Guzma Hala engine. So I run 3 copies of Guzma Hala in this list. Guzma Hala is a supporter that searches your deck for a stadium card. Why is this card so grimy? Ugh. Or like the sleeve is so grimy. Truly, these sleeves are near ends. I'll tell you that. The pink sleeves are going to be axed soon, like very, very soon, because they are already started breaking. Anyway, Guzma Hala is a card supported that just search for a stadium, but if you play it, you may also discard 2 other cards, and then you get to search for a tool and a special energy as well. This is going to be our entire engine. Well, most of our like draw setup Iron Thorn engine is what I'm trying to say. It's card recovery and Portrait's Miracle in a 3-card combo. Yeah. Exactly. You're right. It is similar to Portrait's Miracle. Like I said, it's on the watch list. I'll test it. I'm gonna test it. Don't worry. You don't have to make your case because I know exactly what you're gonna say. Cards you've really been impressed by so far has been Treasure Hunts earlier. It's actually very good. Yeah. Yeah, recovery cards are actually, or recovery attacks are actually like not bad at all in a format that's usually going a little longer. It's pretty good. What's the text of that attack exactly? I'm not entirely sure. Recovery on the ability is just so awesome. Oh, it's an ability. Oh, whoops. I guess I'm thinking about a different herdier then, maybe. Oh no, I was thinking of the pickup Bellelba point. I was thinking about an entirely different Pokemon. What does the ability do on herdier? Feel free to let me know. Anyway, the reason why Guzma Hala is such a good engine for this is because I also run 2 Tag Call. A Tag Call is an item card that lets you search 2 tag team cards from your deck, reveal them, and put them in your hand. So this is an item card that goes +1 and finds you like the most important engine card of your deck, which is really, really nice. You basically have 5 outs to Guzma Hala, which is super nice. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, put an item from your discard pile into your hand. Oh, okay. That doesn't sound terrible now. I guess now that Devo Spray is banned, it's probably worse, but it's definitely not bad at all. Anyway, what targets do we want to hit? What targets do we want to hit with the Guzma Hala? Now we have 5 very cool stadiums that are all either very disruptive or help us with setting up. Let's go for the disruptive ones first. Chaotic Swell, a classic. Chaotic Swell is a stadium that says, whenever either player plays a stadium card from their hand, discard the stadium after discarding this one. The new stadium has no effect. Yeah. So whenever they try to stadium bump you physically with an actual stadium, the stadium that they try to bump you with is actually discarded, which is really hype. It's been great in Valblum to grab your coin flip search cards again. Gotcha. The timer ball and breeding fields, right? We got one copy of Thunder Mountain Prism Star. This stadium is very broken. It's a Prism Star stadium, so So Thunder Mountain Prism Star allows other lightning Pokemon to attack with one less lightning energy, which is really nice. That means that we just need one double colorless energy to attack with Iron Thorns. This unfortunately is a Prism Star stadium, so when this is actually hitting this card, it's going to the lost zone instead. But whenever our opponent plays an item card or supporter cards from their hand, it has no effect on the stadium, which is not bad at all. Grab Order Bat or Crown or like roller skates. Oh, the hyper aggro cards. Are you running Pokédex in your deck, Sam? Pokédex Handy 910 IS? That might be an interesting card if you want more hyper aggressive search. And then last, the fifth stadium, we run 5 stadiums. We run is, of course, a not real Tropical Beach. This card is really expensive in real life, but I proxied it. Yeah, Pokédex Handy 910 IS. If you just type Pokédex, you can probably find it. But this stadium allows us to, end our turn by ending our turn. So by skipping our attack, we get to draw until we have 7 cards in hand. We also give that to our opponents, but if we happen to whiff at like a turn 1 attack, then we can use Tropical Beach to charge more cards to our hand. And there's a lot of cards in this deck that actually go negative. For example, Tag Call goes positive, but there's a lot of cards that go negative with, like you have to discard other cards to do something. So it's nice to have Tropical Beach to potentially refill your hand. So I've mentioned double colorless energy, of course, which is indeed in this deck. We run 4 copies of this. I know my playset of double colorless energy is very cursed. There's a Gen 1 double colorless. There's like one from XY era. I think this is Phantom Forces or something. And these are like 2 from, I think, Shiny Legends. I'm not sure. Pokédex might be alright. Yeah, it's a pretty good card. It's like recon reactive on an item. Anyway, this makes us able to attack turn 1 with just Thunder Mountain and that energy. What the hell is that playset? Yeah, listen, these are the only 4 double colorless energy that I own. The only 4 of them. I'm so sorry. I don't have any other double colorless energy. So this is my playset. You guys don't notice it when I'm playing it in Commander, because having just one of these, it's like fine. But almost all of my playsets are very cursed. You think you have like 2 playsets of Phantom Forces to DCE? That's crazy. We run more energies though. We also run 4 speed lightning energy. This is an energy card that gives 1 lightning energy when attached, and when we attach it from hand, we draw 2 cards. Well, if we attach it to a lightning Pokemon. But our only Pokemon is a lightning Pokemon, so really good in case Thunder Mountain is priced or in lost zones. We get to still attack with Iron Thorns. There's no basic energy in this list either. I was considering running Special Charge, but I was like, Special Charge is kind of awkward to find in this list sometimes, so I figured I'd just up the energy count to make it so that we can always attack practically. Let me move the light a little bit. You have 3 places for Seeker. I know Rich Guy over here, or should I sell them to pay rent? Maybe. You should definitely sell them to pay rent. Yeah, I have 6 for the Seekers in total, so I have like a little more than a playset. That's probably like the only expanded staple that I actually have more of than a playset. Like the actual like staples like Trainers Mail, PS Seeker, etc. We have 1 more special energy that we run in the deck. We have 1 Capture Energy. This is just an extra out to find second Thorns in case we are in a pinch and we don't have one of our other bulk search cards in hand. We can use Guzma Hala to find us that extra bench Pokemon in case we are in trouble. Alright, so we've discussed stadiums and special energies that we can get from Guzma Hala, but you can also grab a tool from Guzma Hala. IP/H/X might be playing expanded. Maybe. It definitely doesn't sound bad. I've heard of worse archetypes for sure. These are the 3 tools that we're running. I'll go through them one by one. We run 1 copy of Future Booster Energy Capsule. This gives our Iron Thorns, because it's a future Pokemon, free retreat and plus 20 damage on attacks. It's like a float stone and a muscle band in one, but it only works on future Pokemon. It's really nice. We also run a Tool Jammer just to deactivate opponent's tools in case they have like Stealthy Hood to block the Iron Thorns. We can turn that off, and we also have the Stealthy Hood on our own, which prevents all effects of our opponent's abilities done to the Pokemon this card is attached to. So this gives us an out to Wobbuffet or Klefki if we have this attached inactive, to still crack down on the things. Like Wobbuffet plus Tool Jammer, I'm crying, I guess. That's like the one check that it says. There's so many decks that only play special energies, correct? There's a lot of decks that only play special energies. There's a lot of special energy hate in this deck as well, but I'll go over that later. There's a lot of energy hate in this deck. But first, I want to go over some more stable cards of the deck. To find our Pokemon, besides Capture Energy, we also run 2 Nest Ball and 2 Heavy Ball. The reason I'm going for a split here specifically is because Nest Ball is technically better. Technically Heavy Ball is better in general, just to get added to our hands. But Chimecho exists. The Chimecho with, I think the attack's called Bell of Silence or something like that, or Ring of Silence. It does 10 damage, and it also says that I can't play any Pokemon with an ability next turn. So that's why we have 2 Nest Ball as well, just to still be able to bench Pokemon even after we've been belled. That's the main reason. Nobody plays enough Cologne to play around Aegislash. Yeah, exactly. But most decks don't even run Cologne. They run like Klefki or Wobbuffet or something to hide behind, which is not a good enough answer for Aegislash. We have 4 Trainers Mail. There's a lot of trainer cards in this deck. Like literally 4 Pokemon, 9 energy. The rest is trainer cards. So Trainers Mail is always gonna hit something at the very least. Which is just basically means that we have 4 less cards in our deck, which is really, really nice. Now, there's a lot of energy hate in this deck, like a lot. So I'll walk you through it, but it's a lot of energy hate. Specifically targeted to Regidrago, but this also pertains to stuff like Shadow Rider, Calyrex, or something. It can attack with WAP to effectively. Exactly, that's what I meant. We run 4 copies of Plumeria. Yes, I actually own 4 copies of Plumeria. I also own 4 copies of Trainers Mail. I own 0 Heavy Ball, so whatever. Who cares? Plumeria is a supporter that discards 2 cards from your hand, and if you do, you discard 1 energy from one of your opponent's Pokemon. So this can also target bench Pokemon, which is really, really important in this, and we can target any energy. So we can target basic Fire as well, or basic Grass, basic Psychic. On top of that, we also have 2 Team Flare Grunt, which discards an energy attached to our opponent's active. So it's less flexible, but we don't have to discard 2 cards from our hands in order to play this. So that's really nice. Then I'm also running 2 copies of Enhanced Hammer to discard a special energy from one of our opponent's Pokemon. Garbodor can eat you, but whatever. The Aegislash, the con, yeah. Why Heavy Ball for Techno Radar? Yeah, I like Heavy Ball. The main reason why I didn't go Techno Radar with this specifically is because usually you don't want to find multiple Iron Thorns at one time. At maximum, you want to have like 2 in play. And since this deck is somewhat vulnerable to like hand disruption, I chose to play Heavy Ball instead of Techno Radar. It would be more efficient for deck space, but like I said, I'm already running 4 Trainers Mail. I don't want more deck space. I want less deck space, technically. That's more or less what I mean. So, like, yes, these Heavy Ball Nest Balls could be 2 Techno Radars, but this deck is Foul Plume food? I don't think so. Listen, so far I've shown a lot of items, and I'll tell you, there's like 4 more items in the list. The rest is all supporter. Don't worry. I'll show the 4 items first, actually, because I think that's the most relevant. No, fuck that, actually. No, we're going the order that I intended. More special energy hate. Megaton Blower. This also discards opponent's tools and opponents. And the stadium and play is also a spec of choice, but it discards all special energy and tools from our opponents, which is really nice. Then we also have 2 copies of Sidney to reveal our opponent's hand, discard 2 in any combination of the tool, special energy, and stadium from the hands. So it's like a weird mix of Eri and Megaton Blower. Speaking about Eri, we have 2 copies of Eri as well in the list to reveal our opponent's hand and discard 2 item cards from it. I guess it does knock out worse because you do 130 red, you do 140 even. 2 copies of Eri. I kind of went out of order because there's 1 more special energy hate card in the deck. It's the 1 copy of Faba. So this does the same thing as Rosic, right? No, not really. So if you choose a tool or special energy, attach one of your opponent's Pokemon or stadium and play, put it in the lost zone. Then we got some more here. This is mostly going to be the tech cards section, but there's also some staple cards that we do need in this list. Because our Gusts, like you mentioned Gusts, we have Gusts in the deck. We have 2 copies of Guzma. Guzma is an incredibly important piece of this deck. If we actually want to function against Alplume, you just need the Gusts. Guzma is a little awkward if you have more than 1 Thorn setup, but I guess in the Alplume matchup, you don't want more than 1 Thorn, so we're fine. You still low-key think Alplume eats you alive? I think it doesn't, but that's fine. To each their own. To each their own. We run 1 copy of Penny to be able to cycle our Iron Thorns in case they get damaged, or in case an active one without energy gets retreat locked. Penny is a really good card for this. Also picks up the tools that are attached to it. For some more draw support, we have 1 copy of Cynthia and 1 copy of N. This card is going to be Lily's Determination once it comes out, because that's just strict upgrades. But N is a nice form of hand disruption if we don't want to play any of our other hand disruption cards. If you play Cologne, you can get past the 1 that blocks damage from basics. I don't think they play the 1 that blocks damage from basics. I'm pretty sure they just run the item lock 1, right? I'm like 95% sure. Anyway, I have tech calls in the deck, but there's more tag team supporters that we have here. For the list, we have 1 copy of Bellelba Brycen-Man to help mill our opponent and discard Pokemon from their bench. And we have 1 Cynthia and Caitlin to help us recover some supporters and also to potentially draw some cards, depending on if we want to discard this or no. Alplume plays the 1 that stops all basics from attacking when he's in the active. Well, we can gust around that. Because the last 5 cards of this deck are dedicated to infinite supporter cycling. And that is in the form of Tree versus Seekers, which puts a supporter card from our discard pile into our hand. And 2 copies of Lusamine, which puts, in combination, 2 supporter and stadium cards from our discard pile into our hands. So this can also recover Chaotic Swell, which is really relevant. This is the exact 16 list that I have right here in front of me. I don't like Technoradar in the list because it discards stuff and there's already too much discard stuff. Heavy Ball and Nest Ball are just nice, clean play options, especially after like an Iono to 1 or something. Let's just scoop this deck up and see how it functions. If Alplume plays any pickup, they can have a free matchup. Potentially. Yeah, I don't play Cologne, but that's fine. You can't tech for every matchup. I guess I could play Cologne over like the 4th Trainer Mail. That is definitely an option. But like, it feels kind of mid to run Cologne, you know? Oh shit, I see a mosquito. I kind of want to kill it. Oh, I lost sight of it again. Fuck. This mosquito has been haunting me for like the past 5 days. I hate this guy. This specific mosquito has been stuck in my room for the past 5 days. If I see him again, I'm gonna fucking smack him. I know, I'll go see pick up his common card in Plume. Unsure, if I'm gonna be honest. I don't think so. They might run AZ. I don't know, if I'm gonna be honest. They might run Scrub Cyclone sometimes, but I'm pretty sure they run Megaton Blower most of the time. But to be fair, Voblin is one of the worst matchups of this list. This list excels at beating Rich Drago specifically and Lugia specifically. This list is also pretty solid into Shadow Rider. It's still not an auto win. I would say that is like a slightly favored matchup. And there's several other expanded decks that it like kind of does well against or kind of does not. But the most important thing is that you have a positive matchup into Rich Drago, which is really, really nice. I think a deck this deck struggles against is like Gardevoir EX. It's Gardevoir in expanded, because if they get like one turn of Cologne, they can kind of pop off and just have so much energy in play that they can just consistently one-shot everything. If they have like 2 Shining Arcana, Gardevoir fully charged up, it's looking like a really hard matchup, if you know what I mean. And the only thing in that deck that is actually blocked by Iron Thorns is usually just a Gardevoir EX. Anyway, let me go grab my dice. I don't need my ability markers this time because the only Pokemon with abilities that I play are abilities that are not activatable. So let's go grab a die. I'm calling tails. Let me give it a good roll. Man, I flipped so many coins today with what trio at the challenge. Heads, let's say heads is going first, tails is going second. That's probably fine. The most recent results on Limitless, you can find they don't play any pickup. Oh well, perfect. See? Matchup is free. Matchup is super free. Oh look, no mulligans. Hell yeah. Look mom, no mulligans. The one unfortunate thing about this list is that there's no price card interaction with this list. But the thing is, we're taking prizes anyway, so it's probably fine. Alright, let's flip it over and draw off a turn. Oh wait, this is 6 cards again. Yeah, this is my 7 before. Okay. Like, assuming we're playing against Rich Drago going first, we definitely want to Nest Ball for another turn. So let's take a look at the prizes. Okay, 2 Plumeria prizes is a little awkward. Tropical Beach prize is also not like something we would like to see, but this is definitely a playable prize map. You thought I would run pickup 100%? I run pickup. I run 1 copy of Penny. It's more than enough. 1 copy of Penny is more than enough. Oh shit, more sleeves are breaking. No! This sleeve's broken. I'll grab more. I'm not gonna grab this Chaotic Swell, but I'm just gonna grab a new sleeve. Here, Dad, know a Twin Brain plus Valpaloom? Yeah, Tatsugiri EX decks in Expanded actually play those 2 Pokemon. Yeah. That's like the few Pokemon that they run actually multiple copies of, because they want to have those in play always. I have a new sleeve. I'm starting to run out of new sleeves, so like when I don't have the new sleeves anymore for this specific one, then I'll just probably just leave these be. Anyway, let's continue shuffling. But like in Valpaloom box, not Tatsu. I don't think you have the space for it, if I'm gonna be honest. I don't think you have the space for it. All right. There we go. Hold on, I should probably open this. The space that I have around the camera setup is actually not that much, so that's why I'm struggling a little bit with this. Okay, we Nest Balls. We have another Nest Ball, which I'm not going to play. This is going first, so I can't play any of these supporters, so Let's go for Trainers Mail. Oh, that's one too many. Oopsie. It's probably best to grab Team Flare Grunt here. Yeah. Actually, let's grab Team Flare Grunt, yeah. It's probably fine. Eri was the other thing I was considering, but is Sasagiri any good? You thought it was more of a gimmick? It's definitely like a top, I would say a top 15 archetype in Expanded. I would say it's a top 15 archetype. Which doesn't really say much, does it? But it's definitely not terrible. It's definitely better than Charizard and Teleon, for sure. Alright. I think we're all good on shuffling parts. We're gonna have to pass. Unfortunately, there's like no way for me to find Guzma Hala here. Regidrago turn 1 going first probably doesn't have an attack, so let's assume that they don't. Ooh. Okay, Speed Lightning is interesting. I'm assuming they probably attached return, so Team Flare Grunt is good. I think I'll go for a Speed Lightning to draw 2 cards. Okay, Tag Call is really big. Tag Call means I can grab Guzma Hala. And I might grab another. I'm not too bummed about the recovery yet. Yeah, and I have Bellelba in hand, so I'll probably just grab 2. You feel like the deck between the gap between top 15 and top 30 isn't too much? No, you're right. You're right. You're definitely right on that. I did unfortunately attach return already, so this is not actually going to help me do an attack this turn. But what I can do is I can still play the Team Flare Grunt to stall them for another turn. I'm not going to Nest Ball. That's going to be another pass. They probably still do not have an attack because I just discarded a DDE or a Fire or whatever. The only way they can tell Accelerate Fasters with Crispin or with Raihan, but they don't run a lot of copies of those. There's a lot of good decks, but there's not too many ones that are great enough to compete. Yeah, I would say that's accurate. Okay, let's play the Guzma and Hala. Discard Guzma and Hala. And also discard Nest Ball. We'll grab a DCE, for sure. Also grab a Chaotic Swell. We'll grab Future Booster here. I might actually grab Thunder Mountain here. I think I will grab Future Booster. Thunder Mountain is not priced, right? Where's Thunder Mountain? Did I already pass it in the deck check? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. So we're grabbing these 3. Alright, let's shuffle it up. Let's attach that. We're gonna hold this in case they pass. Volt Cyclone. There we go. It probably, hold on. It's probably smarter to do this one here. They probably got an attack this turn. I'm gonna be honest, so let's assume that they just have the 300 attack from Settlements. So they take these 2 prizes. Switch Thorns and draw. We'll play the Thunder Mountain. We'll play the Plumeria. Discarding the Tool Jammer. And the Swell. Attach Future Booster. I mean, the math doesn't really matter. It's just nice to have Future Booster there. And swing for the KO on that Regidrago we store inactive. Surely Stealthy Hood? No? I feel like they would find an answer for Ability Lock by then. I mean, if they're already going about attacking with Regidrago, I'm assuming they have everything in this card that they want. So Stealthy Hood doesn't really make sense, I think. Okay, we get Cynthia in. Speed, that's good. Alright, surely they push over Regidrago now, or something else, and they probably struggle finding an attack, so let's draw. Definitely need another Iron Thorns in play right now. Definitely gonna attach for turn here. So draw 2. Okay, do I want the VS Seeker here? I want to energy disrupt, so I'm probably gonna play VS Seeker for Team Star Grunts, or Team Flare Grunts, sorry, and then play Team Flare Grunts. And then swing with Volt Cyclone for damage on that guy. Move this one. At this point, if they want to stall me, they're probably gonna like gust this up, let's be honest. They probably don't have an attack because, yeah, 1 energy only. Draw for turn, but now we can go for another speed energy. Draw 2. Not sure if I want to bench that. Stealthy Hood is not bad though. I think I'll play Cynthia Caitlin, discarding Capture Energy to recover another Plumeria, and then draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Swing for knockouts for 2 more prizes. Thorns hitting 140 kind of carries this matchup. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay. Marina Trainers Mail. Okay, they push another Regidrago, no energy, so they go to 1 energy this turn. Oh, sorry, I had to move this to bench. Yeah. Draw for turn. Ooh. Enhanced is big. But if that doesn't do the job, then I guess we'll Plumeria as well. Discarding those 2. Definitely benching the Iron Thorns here and attaching Speed Lightning to active to draw 2. Actually, hold on, let's reverse this. Because they probably have a bump for Thunder Mountain at some point. This is probably the point where they have it, so let's attach this here. And not draw this extra 2. Played supporter for turn, so we're just gonna swing for 140. Moving the Speed Lightning to this Iron Thorns. Okay, they probably don't have an attack for turn, so we're gonna draw. That Speed Lightning, draw 2. Oh, the mosquito's here, shit. I panicked. I lost a mosquito again. Ugh. Difference between 2-shot and 3-shot is just crazy, yeah. Bro, why is it loud? Giving a party or something? Me? Is what's loud? Also, hello, strategic, welcome in. What's loud? You gotta be a little more specific. This is just knockout for game, by the way, because I attacked last turn for no prizes. Yeah, that's just knockout for game. Thorns is, or Bolt is so free with all the energy hate that I run in this list. It's so free. Your backgrounds? It might just be music. Oh, you're right. My mic's picking up a lot of resting noise. I wonder why. I don't know why my mic is picking up so much noise. But if I mute the music, do you still hear it? Are the cook-off mats still available? I'm unsure. You should ask Gingy TCG. It's still loud. Okay, interesting. Oh, I know what's up, guys. I'm so sorry. You guys didn't actually hear me through my microphone. You just heard me throughout the audio of my laptop. That's crazy. I'm so sorry. There you go. This is much better, right? Yeah, okay. I'm assuming this is much better. Okay, let's shuffle up. That's better. Anyways. I see that you have been inspired by your commander. To be fair, I had this list made before I saw your commander list, but it's definitely inspired me. But this is definitely a more control route, 100%. It's more control than just lightning good stuff with Iron Thorns. The Bellelba X is such a go-to control card. Hell yeah, it is. And you can run it as commander, which is maybe like not the best thing in the world, but it's not bad. It's not bad whatsoever. Alright, let's flip the coin again. Heads is first, tails is seconds. It's another heads, so we're gonna go have another game going first. Let's see, you can just skip everyone's turn if you get lucky. Yeah. If you get lucky, that is. I also got 3-2 at the League Challenge and Walk Trio with Walk Trio today, which is really cool. That's a mulligan. Unfortunately, my only losses were to like the #1 player playing Bolton in my round 5. That guy went 5-0. He won. That's like fine, whatever. But I also lost to a Joltic Box player, which makes sense. Iron Hands just collapsed Walk Trio, unfortunately. We're making more videos. Next up at ADBZ Bronzong. Ooh. Particularly level X is a good commander. You think so? Like, I feel like the water fighting metal is a really awkward type combo. I mean, water and metal have a lot of good stuff, but the type combo that isn't on Terras. Yeah, I don't think it is. There's like a few Terras that are like kind of close to that, like 2 out of 3, but not all 3. And then it's gonna be Walk Trio and expanded. Hell yeah. Are you running the Shedinja, the cast off shell Shedinja with the Walk Trio? I think that could be pretty good. Expanded. Right. Attempt number 2 to get an opening hands. I feel like today is going to be a shuffle simulator, but we'll see. Yep, still no Thorns. I mean, the fact that I got it in my first hand last game was crazy. Expanded beta. Yeah, cast off shell Shedinja is like Sun and Moon, or Sword and Shield even, so it's still legal in expanded beta. Any unique 3-type commanders playable? Yeah, maybe, depends. I would say some types are definitely better than others, but I feel like all types have at least some sauce. What would be like the 3 worst types in Commander right now? I think Dragon is definitely a bottom tier type, 100%, and I think Fairy is a bottom tier type also, 100%. But what's like the other worst type? I don't know. But Fairy and Dragon are definitely up there. Or down there, I guess. Dragon, Fairy, and then probably Grass. No, Grass has a lot of good stuff, I think. Right? I'm not sure. I was tempted to say probably Metal, honestly. I'm not sure. I think it's a toss-up between Metal and Grass. Yeah. Did you guys think Metal? Grass don't have any good support options. What? You got Eldegoss V. You got a Bench Barrier with Vespiquen from Undaunted. Metal has support options. You got Revitalizer, which recovers 2 Grass Mons to your hand. You got Bug Catching Set for good draw. You got Netball. There's a lot of good grass cards. You got Cricketune V. You got Cherim from Brilliant Stars. There's a lot of good options for grass. People just haven't looked. Torterra level X is insane for grass. Eldegoss being a highlight of grass, draw isn't a good thing. Oh, if you're talking draw specifically, then yeah, maybe. Grass has a lot of support still. That was the third one already, so we're going for mulligan number For hand number 4, lightning is the best type in your opinion? I'm not sure. I feel like water is probably the best type. Lightning is pretty close to the top, but I would say water and fire are probably better. I'm tempted to say that dark is maybe the worst type. Like, besides Dragon and Fairy. I think dark might have less sauce, actually, than grass and metal. Water is definitely the best, and then lightning and fire are tied. Okay. I think fighting is somewhere in the middle. I think psychic is still really good, so that's probably above. Like, really close to lightning and fire, probably slightly below that. But yeah, fighting and dark are kind of just like slightly bottom tier chilling. I do think grass, metal, and dark are chilling near the bottom. By far not the worst. Darkest Crobat and Ace-Spec blocking. Yeah. It's not... yeah, okay, fair. Crobat, like, solves a lot of problems for Dark. Like, if Dark didn't have Crobat, then Dark was cooked. I'm just saying. Oh, now I opened 2 Iron Thorns. It's actually not terrible. So 3 mulligans for my opponent, which I'd probably take. Do we just assume another Regidrago matchup here? I mean, surely, right? We kind of have to. Turn 1 going first. Stealthy Hood is really nice. This gets me out of a Wobbuffet lock, potentially. I'm not sure if I want to attach the Capture Energy, but the thing is, I don't know if Thunder Mountain is priced or not. I think I might have to. Let's attach the Capture Energy, just a price check. I don't know if I actually want to grab the other Iron Thorns. I think I do. Thunder Mountain is not priced. That's good. In fact, no special energy is priced. It's only supporters and 1 Tag Call. Cynthia Caitlin being priced is a little awkward. But I think I'm fine with that. Because there's still, that means double Lusamine is still in deck. Still 1 copy of Eri and Sidney in the deck. Unfortunately no Faba, but that's fine. No Cynthia either, but that's also fine. Spiritomb and Genesect carry their types. Yeah, for sure. Fairy even has some sauce, but Dragon is just shy. Yeah. The thing with Dragon is there's a lot of good Dragon Pokemon, but you can't put all the good Dragon Pokemon in one list. That's kind of the downside. I would say probably the best Dragon Pokemon for Commander is Tatsugiri. The attract customers Tatsugiri. I think that's probably the best Dragon type Pokemon. And maybe the Salamence from Dragon's Vault, actually. That might be better. But like the more standalone, the most versatile, I guess. This is a pass, by the way. Drago turn 1 probably doesn't have the sauce for attacking, so let's just draw for turn. Let's play Guzma Hala, discarding Iron Thorns and Plumeria. So we can grab double color. No, I don't need double colors. I need Thunder Mountain. I need Speed Lightning. I need Thunder Mountain, and there's 1 tool left in deck, I think. It's Tool Jammer. There we go. There's Tool Jammer. I need Thunder Mountain. There we go. Dragon Commanders aren't good for their type. No, they're good for their secondary types. Exactly. Like Latias CX is a really good commander, but that's because you can run fire and psychic types with that. For example. Or like any of the dragon types that has like the water lightning combo, really good. Because you can run both water and lightning. I don't think it's better though than Terrapagos, because that's water lightning grass, and I think that's slightly better. The best dragon deck is probably Salamence, since... yeah, it probably is, but Salamence can't be a commander, of course. It's got a very good disruption. The option of attract customers Tatsu is the type identity. Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Where's my music? An error occurred. Refresh the page. It's replaying the same music from start of stream, so I'll just skip ahead to where we were. I think we were here. Yeah, something like that. It's gonna be an ad soon. I'll probably lay a river now, so I'll just chill for now. I'm gonna get an ice cream cone. Hope you guys are chilling with the ad. I'll be right back.
I don't know what all the mid types are pretty tight. I know all the mid types are pretty tight, and then Gem and Fair at the bottom of it. I do believe that like Psychic is definitely miles better than Fighting and Dark and Metal. And I think Fighting is definitely better than Dark and Metal because you have Flail carries the type so hard, and you have Machoke. So like arguably the best bench barrier Pokemon. Here chat, take a bite. Take a bite. I'm not actually peeing, but I'm pulling this up so that people that watch ads know that not much is happening. Okay, I break it over. I'm almost done with the cone. Did you hear what my response was, Sam? To what you said to your last message? You hear? You did not, okay. So in my opinion, you're kinda right. I do believe Psychic and Fighting are above like Grass Metal Dark, in my opinion. I do think Psychic is a lot better than Fighting, but I still think Fighting is a lot better than Grass Metal Dark. But like, the only thing that Fighting does not have is like decent acceleration. They have acceleration, but not decent one. Like if your best option is a one-off Gutsy Pickaxe and then Regirock Stark Mountain, it's kind of cringe. Yeah, exactly. Furry has some good cards, but no good attackers. Like Gardevoir GX is pretty good. Togepi, Cleffa, Igglybuff, GX is good. Romantis is good, but that's about it. Alright, my cone is finished. Let's continue playing. What did I do again? Oh yeah, I did Guzma Hala stuff. Right. So let's attach that Speed Lightning Energy. Draw 2 cards. Play the Thunder Mountain. Let's attach the Future Booster here in case I get gusted. And I think what I'll do is I'll do the attack moving the lightning to bench here. And Drago probably has... PCI is so close to being absolutely broken if there was actually an attacker to do stuff with you. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. The question is, what am I doing now? Or like, what's my opponent doing now? Because I left them off for a turn. This was turn 2 going first. I don't think I energy disrupted them at all, no. So that means probably has an attack. The question is if it's a good attack. Let's say yes, Phantom Dive. I feel like Phantom Dive is a solid attack here, but not the greatest. Something like this. Like take an extra turn on 2 energy. Yeah, it's not bad. The fuck are you attacking with? Well, I mean the Igglybuff from Clefbot does more damage, right? Based on how much you have. Oh, that's not true actually. My bad. It's not true. Oh, pardon. Fuck. What I guess you could do is like run the Altaria EX that has like Fairy and Water and Dragon. So you could run the Water attackers. You could do that. But then I think you're better off just running a Water Lightning Grass deck with Tropicos. Anyway, let's draw for turn. Draw N. I think what I'll do is I'll verse Secret Plumeria back to hand, and I'll play Plumeria discarding Tool Jammer and N. Target 8 discards on their like a bench Regidrago potentially. Unfortunately, no attack here, which really sucks. So it's probably actually active. So I guess we're passing again. Let's assume that they don't have knockout, or like they don't have Gust knockout. So that means we are out of the game. Say they have another Phantom Dive. That's fine. Losing Stealthy Hood's kind of bit, but whatever. Let's assume there's a Stadium Bump as well. And draw for turn. Actually, no, fuck that. I want to play this game. Touch Speed Lightning to draw 2. Can't play Megaton Blower because I would discard my Stadium. I can play Enhanced Hammer to disrupt energies. And I can Eri to grab some items from their hand, maybe. It's 120, flip a coin until you get tills for 30 heads each. Altaria is by far the best, since then you have a way to get all 9 tills GX out without a Ditto. Oh yeah, true. 100% true. Eri, good option. Swing for KO. And if we did indeed target the bench with the Plumeria, that means they now have no energy in play. And there we go, which means that they're now attaching for turn, maybe doing Raihan. If they do Raihan, I lose. If they don't, I get to bench this, which is very nice. I don't think I want to Eri again. I want to play Cynthia and Caitlin, discard Eri, grab back Plumeria, and draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Epic. Attach. Turn. We did play Supporter. So let's swing inactive for 140. This probably perishes at this point because I didn't energy disrupt. So they're on 2 prizes. We push this. I draw. At this point, I think I play the Megaton Blower. This means this is lost zones. Play Chaotic Swell. I do want more draw, so let's attach the Lightning 2. Nice. Enhanced Hammer. Huge. But I don't know what water attacker you would want to use that would need an extra turn of setup from TCI. Hold on, hold on. Oh shit, bro's cooking! Bros is cooking. TCI's Groden in the Greninja spread. Oh yeah, you need evolutions in that list. That actually does work. You get 2 turns of abilities, but unfortunately you don't get your normal commander then, but I think you don't mind that, right? I did Enhanced Hammer, so they're back to 0 energy, which means I have a turn to play Lusamine. With Lusamine I can grab back Cynthia Caitlin and N. I wonder how much money it would cost for me to actually finish this deck. I guess we can consider that after this game. Let's swing for the finishing blow. We should probably shuffle these, so it's actually random. Did you get 2 turns of abilities? Oh yeah, true. I don't know what commander you were even using, not gonna lie. Okay, fair. Faba Sydney still price. I do get Tag Call Cynthia. So yeah, they push a Regidrago, they attach an energy. The thing is, this matchup sucks if they have Riot or Crispin, like just on deck like that. But if they're like constantly ability locked, it's kind of hard for them to cycle through their deck fast enough to find what they need. It's kind of luck based at that point. So TCI isn't that relevant for your setup turns, but once you're set up, you can get 2 turns of spread for free. Yeah, true. True. Okay, draw for turn. We're definitely gonna Tag Call first. Spin the deck out. I think these are just the 2 that I want to grab. I don't think I have any other options. Oh, I have another Guzma Hala there, but that's fine. The question is, how are you going to charge up TCI? Because it needs 2 fairy energy, right? Which is awkward. Or is it just 2 colorless? Because if it's 2 colorless, it's kind of free. Here we go. That's a pretty big hand that I got here. I haven't played a supporter yet. If we assume that Chaotic Swell has been bumped by my opponent last turn, I can assume that I can just play another one. With the attachments for turn is not going to happen. Discard this. Discard this. Plumeria is such a good card in this list. Holy shit. After you Grand 3 into stage 1, can you then play down to stage 2 from hand in the same turn? No, you can't. You cannot. Attaching doesn't really make sense, but I guess it does, just in case that... I mean, this makes me weak to Megaton Blower, but at least this way, if I get hand disrupted, it's not a card I'm redrawing. I did play Plumeria supporter, so let's swing for 140. They probably attach an energy, and I can swing for 140 again. Grab the last 2 prizes. Yeah, the thing is, if they have Ryan or Crispin on deck like that, I'm just cooked. But if they don't, they don't. So sad. Yeah, I know, Grand 3 is kind of mid, in my opinion. Especially in older formats, like, everyone can abuse it so well. I mean, Iron Thorns of course can't, but... like, try to get that Grand 3 and play for longer than a turn. Against Iron Thorns. With 5 stadiums plus, of which 3 are Chaotic Swell, plus Faba plus Megaton Blower. I've also been trying to make a good Iron Thorns deck in Commander. I'm struggling a little bit with it, but there are some cards that I'm running in here that are also in this deck, like Sidney, Faba, Eri. They're all in that list as well. Speed Lightning, Double Colorless, you know. But it's not a sole Iron Thorns list, of course, because you have to run more than just that basic. You have to spend 3 turns to build a Greninja. You do. Let's flip the coin. That's... what was it? It was 3? Yeah, it was 3. Bills. I'm joking. It was 2. But I do want to do a game going second. I've only done games going first, so I'm gonna do a go second game. Probably not against Drago, probably against like Kelly something. I don't know. Probably not Cali, because that's also a heavy. Probably Lugia is a good matchup to start. Giovanni. Oh my god. Well, I guess with Giovanni it does work. Oh my god, no mulligans? That is crazy. No mulligans is nuts. Draw for turn. We're going second, right? Do you think I want to Nest Ball? If it's Lugia, I don't know if turn 2 going first they can do a big attack, so let's be safe. And this way I can price check as well. See if Thunder Mountain is priced, and if it is, I can't do a turn 1 attack. Okay, Bellelba is in prizes, which is annoying. Also, and Enhanced Hammer are in prizes, which is annoying as well. It is what it is. I don't know why I'm shuffling, because I got Guzma Hala right here on deck. Our Capture. Discard Cynthia. I do have a DCE in hand, but I'm still going to grab one from this. Let's say Stealthy Hood, Thunder Mountain, nice. They were all close to the bottom. No good breaks unless you can force Accelerated Evolution. Not gonna lie. Yeah, the breaks feel kind of mid. Like, Carving Break is funny, but I don't think that's very good. I feel like Mega Lucario EX is probably better than that. Right? Unsure. There we go. Shuffle, shuffle. These all go to discards. These go to hands. Play. Satch. Satch. Swing for 140. Say. I mean, if that's Lugia, it is KO'd, right? If it's Lugia V. So let's take 2 prizes, because that's... Dude, Lugia's so free, I don't want to do this tries against Lugia. So let's say it's a Regidrago-like prize map, because that's like the most difficult to attain. Fairy Support is just so broken. There's nothing to do with it. Yeah. You know, you found exactly the issues. Okay, let's go to turn 2. Satch. Double Colorless once again. Do I have VS Seeker for Cynthia? Maybe I do. Or maybe I just go VS Seeker for Guzma Hala. Probably not. VS Seeker for Cynthia. Plumeria feels a little awkward here, so let's go for that. Cynthia. There's a Rubombi that full blocks Gust of Fairy. Wait, really? I don't think I've ever seen that card. Is that just on an ability? Because that's crazy. Yeah, and there's like Aromatisse from XY, which just is just like Armarouge but broken. There's a Whimsicott that searches for any card in deck on Evo. Oh shit. Well, I mean, Ninetales is that, right? Or is that 2 items? There's a Xerneas that attaches energy with an attack, which is pretty good. It attaches like 2. It's Lost Thunder Reebok. Damn, Lost Thunder has a lot of good cards, it seems. Nice, we found another one. I think I will play the Heavy Ball just to get it to my hands, just so that I can't draw into this. Until it's 2 items, yeah, okay. You know, I feel like Persian GX has a lot of potential, but no one has really tapped into it yet. think Person GX does have potential in like a Mewtwo and Mew box. Maybe. I'm not gonna bench. Actually, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna bench it. I did Supporter for turn already, so not doing that. Swinging with Volt Cyclone for price. Or 2 prize, I guess, in this case. There's Mammoth Holler on Chaotic. What? Dude, Fairy support is broken. Like, if you check the introduction to POKÉ-COMMANDER doc, there's probably some of those that I like written down. Like, oh, these are probably good cards for Fairy. I think some of those are in there that you just mentioned. I don't remember that it was this stacked. There's a Robomi that get 2 energy every turn. Damn. Okay, since I just KO'd active, let's assume they don't have anything. So we draw for turn. We attach double colorless energy. Hell yeah. I want a Guzma Hala, I think. Let's play Enhanced Hammer, just to have a little bit more tempo, and then Guzma Hala away. Eri and Flare Grunt. Penny and Eri. Let's see, we grab a Speed Lightning, most likely, probably a Future Booster, probably a Swell. I think that's what we're grabbing here. There's Bench Barrier. Yeah, I was aware of Bench Barrier because there's the Mr. Mime from, I think it's Evolutions or something like that. There's a Mr. Mime from Emerging Powers maybe. That's like a reprint of Plasma Freeze Mr. Mime. But it's Fairy instead of, oh, fuck. Sub-Psychic Energy Cost Reduction on a Forges. Full Blooming Energy on a Togekiss with Delta. Oh my lord. They got so much support, but they got no attackers. That's crazy. I mean, I guess Gardevoir GX is like not the worst attacker. Gardevoir GX is not the worst attacker, but I don't think there's any Fairy type Ralts in Krylia. Or if there are, there's very limited amount of them. I think. I'm not sure. Okay, I did attach for turn already. I'm gonna hold the Future Booster. Let's swing, moving this here, sure. Let's say they knock this out. I don't know, man. It's really hard to prize map against expanded players. So let's push up this Thorns. Say this is bumped. Draw for turn. Speed Energy, draw 2. Oh, nice. Tool Jammer is pretty big. This way I can attach Future Booster here. Trainers Mail, it's not bad. Oh, Lusamine is good. I like Lusamine. Am I gonna play that as my supporter for turn? Unsure. I think I'd rather play Team Flare Grunts. There's coin bonus on the Slurpuff. Oh yeah, I do know that one. Yeah. Above all, we have Aromatisse. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of good Fairy types. It's just the thing is you need other attackers. Which just kinda sucks, if you think about it. I feel like there's like one Xerneas is like a decent attacker, but even that's like not great anymore, I think. Shuffle done. And let's swing. Wait, I had Swell in hand, right? Yeah, well, I'm not playing that. Let's swing. Patch here. Is that a KO? How many swings have I done? These have definitely all been moved. These have been moved. I definitely grabbed like prizes here too. There's 3/3 Guardian Line's not too bad. Okay, that's fine. Opium. And Heavy Ball. Okay. Assume. Yeah, what's gonna happen here? It's probably gonna be like a Gust KO this. Go down to 2. I think that's fine. I can attach Speed Lightning here. Draw 2. Swell is pushed, then I guess we can play Beach. Now let's play Plumeria, discarding Eri and Guzma to some energies. And then Volt Cyclone. They don't have an attack most likely, and then Volt Cyclone once again for 2. Yeah, late game is just really awkward for some decks with this. It is what it is. It's hard to pilot, for sure. Like, it's hard to pilot this without having an actual opponent, is more or less what I'm trying to say. It's hard to pilot this without an actual opponent. You know, I had a build in the builder for Commander. It had the Mega Gardevoir EX, a dual type from Steam Siege, and I just had added like a lot, like I think like 6 or 7 different rolls in that list, a combination of Fairy and Psychic, and like a bunch of different Kirlias, and then like all the broken Gardevoirs. I was like, how good is this actually? It's probably not that good, right? But it's funny, and that's the most important part. It's funny. And the Mega Gardevoir is there just to enable the type combo, because Mega Gardevoir EX is not good. the dual type Mega Gardevoir EX is so terrible. Because it's just worst Serena. It's just worst Serena V. I do think Serena V does have some merit, because you have you can run Dragonite EX, like Capital EX. To recover Pokemon, you have Execute, which you can bench for like discards. You have Eldegoss V, like if you're able to recycle that, and that's nice. So, and you have Revitalizer to recycle more grass Pokemon, so Fairy Garden as well. Yeah, and you have one Ruse Labyrinth. One Ruse Labyrinth Prism Star. It's also a Fairy Stadium technically. I think Diantha is also a Fairy boost, right? I don't remember exactly what she does, but I remember she has something with Fairy types. I'm not entirely sure though. But I thought there was a Diantha card that actually did that. I'm gonna take a sip of water. Very warm in here, I haven't drank all stream. That was not a sip of water, that was a gulp of water. That was half my water bottle, holy shit. It's Diantha. Just like the champion from XY. D-I-A-N-T-H-A. Flip the coin! It's still, so we're going second. Cool. Yeah, Twins of the Fairy got knocked out last turn. Which is like not terrible. You have that card? Hell yeah. It's like not a bad card, right? Surely. It's not a terrible card. Well, if it's Twins if a Fairy got knocked out, isn't this just Teammates if a Fairy got knocked out? Teammates is surely more similar to that than Twins. Right, Mulligan? Mulligan. It's time to mully, baby. Gonna be a lot of shuffling here. It's just Teammates, okay, yeah. Which is like not bad. It's not bad. Like it's not bad to have potential redundancy to have like 2 teammates, quote unquote. Right? Copium? Keep hearing Discord notifications, I'm not gonna look. I'm on stream. Yo, hello Ben, hello, how's it hanging? It's hanging pretty well, I hope you're hanging pretty well as well. Wait, never mind, Diantha is broken? What do you mean Diantha is broken suddenly? From discard, not deck. Oh yeah, I was like, wait, it's definitely not that bad, right? Yeah. Diantha is really good in Commander for sure. The thing is, you have to have enough fairy types to be knocked out for it, but it's like fine. Yep, that's another mulligan. I mean, this is Quad Thorns, of course I'm used to mulligans. What are the mulligan odds again on... What are the mulligan odds again on like a deck with 4 basic Pokemon? What am I up to? I'm playtesting an expanded deck. This is what I usually do if I don't play Commander. Just tabletop solitaire testing expanded decks or like new decks from Mega Evolution, either of the two. Anyway, it's like a deck rich full of proxies. But that's fine, we're here to test of course. Today we're featuring Quad Iron Thorns. A fairly established archetype. The build I have is not particularly inspiring. It's just a fairly established archetype. I do run the Quad Plumeria in this as well, which is like maybe a little unusual, but it's definitely not terrible. With this level of support, you're gonna gaslight yourself into playing Fairy? Hell yeah. Let's go. What commander are you running? Are you gonna run like Altaria EX or Mega Gardevoir EX? Or just raw Fairy with TCI GX? Okay, this is like the 3rd opening hand I'm drawing with this right now. So I've had 2 games where I didn't need any mulligan and then 1 where I had to do like 4. Okay, so this is the I only need a 3 here. 4. So 2 mulligans for my opponents. Let's assume we're playing against Regidrago, I guess, because that's the most relevant matchup. Pulling that 50% of the time. Going second, Atari is the best option by far. Yeah, probably is. Okay, nice. I have 2 Tag Calls in my opener. That's pretty fucking nutty.
Down here,
but I can just grab. Okay, let's just flip over the prices because I don't want to price check, and so that it's very clear on stream as well what is in prizes. Tropical Beach and Thunder Mountain are in prizes, which is unfortunate. This does mean that I can't do a turn 1 attack. Unfortunately. I think what I'll do is I'll grab 3 Guzma Hala and then 1 Cynthia Caitlin. I'm actually not sure. I might want to grab Bellelba. Definitely grabbing at least 2 Guzma Hala. They're all 5 are here. The question is just which of these am I not grabbing? Which of these 5 am I not grabbing off the 2 attack calls? Yo, hello. Who did this? Tenero, hello, welcome in. Thank you for saying hi to stream and thank you for claiming your daily Dynanogi. I appreciate it. Hold on, fuck. No, stream, don't break, please. Okay, yeah, no, we're good, I'd only run 1 to support though, you wouldn't be lame, I swear. Maybe 1 Poké and a red ninja though. Bro, that's being lame. Okay, so off the 2 tackles, we're going 4 of these. I think I'm gonna toss the Bellelba Brycen-Man back. We're not gonna shuffle because we're gonna play one of those Guzmas. Let's see. Against Regidrago, it's a little scary if we can't do a turn 1 attack, so I do want to do an Iron Thorns here. Guzma Hala discarding 1 other Guzma Hala, and then also Eri is probably fine. To grab a Stadium, which has to be Chaotic Swell because my others are priced. I think we do grab double Colorless here. I don't know what tool we should grab though. The booster's alright. I guess it's nice to have in hand in case I get gusted around. You gotta have some type of attacker. Yeah, just run the Xerneas. Good. You can run colorless attackers. Run the Regigigas that KOs Terras. Just run colorless attackers, bro. You're good. Easy. What does Tag Call do? Okay, hold on. Yeah, I'll show you. So Tag Call is an item card. This is a proxy, of course. An item card that searches your deck for up to 2 tag team cards. So just cards that have like the tag team tag, like Guzma Hala has here. So you can find either tag team Pokemon or tag team supporters. I think those are the only tag team cards. So any way to filter cards for anything that has a fairy symbol in its name. If I search just hashtags fairy, Pokémon cards don't like it. I would just filter on all fairy Pokemon, to be fair. It's not a lot of fairy Pokemon you have to go through, so you're fine. But it's a little awkward, yeah. To filter through like that. That's like the one gripe I have with PKMN cards. Definitely playing the Chaotic Swell, and it's satching to active here. And then it's just gonna be a pass. I think, yeah. So even if they, like, for example, gust me turn 1, this is turn 2 going first, actually. So they probably do gust sitting up for like a KO maybe soon. We can still go for a future booster here, which is nice. Definitely playing the Guzma Hala again, discarding Heavy Ball and let's discard Sidney. Search your deck for Speed Lightning, another Chaotic Swell, and then what tool are we grabbing? Probably Stealthy Hood to be immune to Wobbuffet pushing. Stealthy Hood's priced. Okay, so we only have Tool Jammer as option. That's fine. You were looking for Fairy Interaction Trainers. Oh, I think I got all the Fairy Interaction Trainers in the what to play section of the introduction documents. I think I got all of them. Where's Tool Jammer? Oh, here it is. Grabbing Tool Jammer, Swell, and Speed Lightning. Shuffle up. These go to discards. Attach Speed Lightning to draw 2. Penny and N. Attach Tool Jammer. Retreat into this guy. I haven't done any energy disruption, which is awkward, so it's best, I think, if I swing with Volt Cyclone to move this thing back for 140. This is probably gonna get KO'd by the Regidrago at this point. And they probably have a bump, a semi-bump for Swell, I guess, at this point as well. This is the sad thing about Solitaire, is that I have to guesstimate what my opponent can do and will do at this point in the game. Rainbow Road with Kecleon hits 220. It does. It definitely does. Let's see, we drew Guzma. I did discard my Heavy Ball earlier. Unfortunately, I mean, I think I'll just VS Seeker for Guzma Hala again. And then play the Guzma Hala, discarding Guzma and N. Search for Tool, Stadium, and Special Energy. There's no tools left anymore, at least. So it's just gonna be the last Swell and then Speed Lightning. There we go. Right, shuffles are done. Play the Swell, attach a Speed Lightning to draw 2. Display supporter for turn, so no other supporters. Swing for KO. Probably ain't got a Regidrago ready on the bench. Mina's technically acceleration. Mina is like search your deck for fairy energy and attach it to one of your Pokemon, right? I think it was that. Oh. Yeah, I got Tropical Beach, I guess. Let's say they bump this as well, but they don't have an attack, so draw. I'll play Swell again. What do I do with his hands? Do I just VS Seeker for something? Hand is hella awkward. I think I just have to energy disrupt here, so it's got to be a Plumeria angle, discarding Tropical Beach and Cynthia Caitlin. And swing for 140. Next turn, we got a Lusamine, back to Cynthia and Caitlin, and the Plumeria. They got 1 energy to active. I Volt Cyclone to AO. 0 energy in play. Yeah, okay. Thunder Mountain still priced. Sad. Okay. Draw for turn. They have 1 energy attached now. Attach Speed Lightning to draw 2. Unfortunately, no way to actually find bench Pokemon. Enhanced Hammer surely discards a relevant energy, and if it doesn't, I can replay Plumeria this turn. Discarding Sidney's Stealthy Hood. Plumeria, like quad Plumeria just feels so good in this deck, it's crazy. Swing for 140. He's gonna try and attach energy again. Let's Trainers Mail. Oops. I guess for tilting purposes we grab Plumeria. And then we play Plumeria to discard Plumeria and Cynthia and Caitlin. To disrupt energy again and swing again for knockout. Like, Regidrago is just so free. It's crazy. It's so free. This Plumeria is just the goat. There's genome hacking on just some random Clefairy. Really? Yeah, I think there's a fairy type Clefairy from Evolutions that does something interesting. Is that the one? Is that the genome hacking one that I'm remembering? Because I remember there's like a relevant Clefairy in Evolutions. That's a fairy type. Is that the one? Or am I thinking of a different one? That's the one. Okay, cool. That's kind of funny though, genome hacking Clefairy. It's not called genome hacking probably, but yeah, that's really funny. How much energy is the cost? Is it still 3 or is it like less or more? That's what I wonder. Is it like all colorless? Is it like fairy colorless, or is it like all fairy? I don't remember the card that well. I do remember that I think it has 1 retreat cost and like 50 HP, 60 maybe, unsure. Which does make it worse than Mew, I think, because Mew has a really good ability and free retreat and that attack. It's a lot less versatile than Mew, but it's very funny. Just one-shotting a Palkia V-Star with its own attack. That's really funny. The exact same attack as genome hacking. Tree Colorless. That's okay. That's nuts. That's really good. Unfortunately, Ignition Energy does not work on a single prizer. Yeah. But it is not a single prizer that has the restart ability and free retreat. That's something you should remember. But it's on a single prizer, which makes it better, yeah. I think I'm gonna play one more game going second. So let's see if I get a mulligan here. Here's a mulligan. I think I'll rip the ads right now. It does have free retreat, which Stadium in play, to be fair. Oh, with Stadium in play. Yeah, you're right. I think I'll rip the ad right now on the Twitch site, just so that I have enough time for one more game, and then because I have to shuffle a bunch of times anyway, so that's fine. I'm sorry for getting hit by ads, but I'm an affiliate on Twitch, so I have to run ads, unfortunately. There we go. Wasn't there also like a fairy type Pokemon that search for 3 basic Pokemon and put them in your hands? Or like 3 basic Pokemon, put them on your bench, something like that? I'm actually not entirely sure. I think there's something like that, surely. Right, let's see if we draw an Iron Thorns now. Oh, we do. And we have a double Plumeria opener. Unfortunately, I don't see anything along the lines of Guzma Hala or Tag Call. There we go. I'll flip my basic around, and I'm not gonna draw my card for turn yet because I want to wait until the ads are over. So let me take another big gulp of water. Gorge. Good shit, good shit. Ads are almost over. Dragon Majesty Altaria is the only good moon dragon type. Moon dragon type? What are we talking about? I am so confused. Do you mean like the only good mon for dragon type? Or I don't know what you mean with that. I have no idea what you mean with only good moon dragon type. I am so sorry. There we draw Cynthia. Like, not great. Mono dragon. Okay, gotcha. Let's attach this first. This is a going second game, but oh, there's Guzma Hala. 2 of them even. That is crazy. That is crazy. Red Draco did go first, so let's assume they attach to energy. I do want a Nest Ball for Thorns though. Where is the Thorns? There it is. Bench that. Just plus 20 damage. Oh. That's kind of mid. Oh, it's a fight song Altaria, right? It's a fight song Altaria. And normally in GLC you can't run that one. But in Commander you can. Because it evolves only from Colorless Swablu. Colorless is allowed in every deck, so we're Gucci. Actually 2 of them, but one is a Dragon's Exalted and is Water Metal. Oh, that's awkward. That is definitely a little awkward. We're definitely gonna play Swell. I do want to play Plumeria. Let's discard Guzma Hala and Cynthia for that. And then pass. Turn 2. Swell's bumped. We just have another. I didn't price check actually. I don't know if I want to play that Swell. If Thunder Mountain is priced, so I do want to play that Swell. Fortunately, I do have to. Actually, I don't think I want to play the Swell because I want to discard it with this. I want to grab double Colorless energy first and foremost. There we go. We're just grabbing Swell off of this. And what else are we grabbing? Future Booster? Future Booster's probably fine. Future booster, hell yeah. Altaria X is good. Yeah, I think I like it. I like Altaria X. The one that heals 20 to all from all of your Pokemon every turn. It's pretty good in like control these days. I do think it's an alright card. The typing is a little awkward for Commander, I think. Water Metal is like not that one. The OG. I have no idea what the OG is. I'm so sorry. I have no idea what the OG one is. Play Chaotic Swell, Satch turn, and swing for 140 into this. Probably have 2 energies now. So they probably KO this. I push up this. Attach an energy from your hand to a stage 1 once a turn. Oh, that's not bad. It's Satch. It's Lusamine. Probably can't chain attacks if they want to one-shot this guy anyway. Plumeria and Lusamine Hala. What? Guzma Hala. Not Lusamine Hala. Pass. Say they have a bump for Swell, but they don't have an attack. Bellelba Brycen-Man. Let's play Guzma Hala, discarding Guzma and Bellelba Brycen-Man. Tool Jammer, that's probably fine. I think I'd rather want Stealthy Hood, to be fair. There's Stealthy Hoods. And I have one more stadium in deck, and that's the Tropical Beach. Ooh, stage 2 EX, never mind. It's stage 2 EX. Oh, that's very specific. I don't know why I said to stage 1, I mean 2. It specifically says to stage 2 EX, which is cringe. Yeah, that is really cringe. I agree. That is indeed really cringe. I mean, no, it can't even accelerate to itself because it is a stage 1 itself. That's why I thought it was good, because it could accelerate to itself. Let's Satch this, return. I'll play the Tropical Beach and swing for knockouts. That thing is now just taken out. They have 0 energy on board, going to 1 on their turn. What did I get from prizes? DCE and Hammer. Okay, going to 1 on their turn. Enhanced Hammer to make them go to 0 again. And swing for 140. Draw for turn. Plumeria away, Tool Jammer, and Stealthy Hoods to put them back to 0 again. And Volt Cyclone. Why am I shuffling? I don't need to shuffle. To grab myself to another 2 prize cards, you can loop Quavel. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, you can loop Quavel without Neo Upper then, I guess. Oh my god, my 2 Trainer Mail are still priced. That's so cringe. 2 of 4, that is, though. Okay, let's say they're going back to 1. Energy attachments. I will, surely they have a bump for this stadium because they can't use it either. I will attach Speed Lightning Energy and Nest Ball for another Thorns. Go. God, I love the song. I love Sunny Shore City music. It's so good. Epic. You can play Thunder Mountain, not that it matters. What do I want my supporter for turn to be? Probably Lusamine. Lusamine can recover Chaotic Swell from Lusamine. Did I already discard Cynthia Caitlin? Or did I not find that yet? I did not find that yet, so this will have to do. and then swing for 140. Move this over. They probably have knockout on something. Okay, they have knockout on this because that's the most relevant. But then what I can do is draw for turn. Catch DCE. Oh, I should not have recovered Lusamine. That was stupid. That's stupid. I mean, assuming this is bumped, we can play Chaotic Swell. I think I want to thin out the last Iron Thorns. I don't think I'm gonna bench it. Go. Let's play Lusamine for turn. Grabbing Plumeria. Lusamine. This is why Lusamine is so good. You can infinitely loop your supporters if you're patient enough. What the heck does Delta Salamence do? I have no idea. I'm not gonna bench this, but I'll Volt Cyclone for 140. Hope that they don't have an attack, and if they don't, then I'll just Volt Cyclone for 140 again. Cool. Cool and good. Alright. Pure water type, but can change to fire type on ability. Does it have any good attacks? Your water deck is getting folded by grass type. Well, usually water types are weak to lightning and not grass. It could be weak to grass though. But is it only for your turn, or is it like just in general? Is it until the end of your opponent's turn, or is it like until the end of your turn? That's usually what those type changing effects are. Just saying, until the end of your turn. So you can hit them super effectively, but you don't get the resistance. Interesting. You know, I think like the Delta Dragonite EX is also kind of tech. Because that's pure grass type and it has a deafen attack, so you can... I think the attack is like 2 colorless to prevent your opponents from playing items, pools, and stadiums. I think it sets all trainers except for supporter. And it's a Gen 3 card, so yeah. Which is like not bad at all. Thanks everyone for hanging out, watching me play the Big Thorns guy. If you have any suggestions for the list, feel free to ask it. These 2 sleeves have been absolutely destroyed in the process, as you can see. They're suffering, they're entering the trash can. Okay, so I'm gonna roll over to my PC so we can look for someone to raid. Okay with y'all? Let's see, let me make some space. Alright, my mic is mic'd up again here. It's 60 for water, 2 colorless, or 80 for 2 water, 2 colorless, which would also be 40-40, so it's essentially 3 attacks. Interesting. It's got a double resistance, which you never see. It's already has 1 too. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, thanks everyone so much for playing. Take a look if anyone is live on Twitch that we can go for a raid on. It's audio opera, so I can actually listen in without you guys being absolutely ear muted. Or not, that's not, I mean ear blasted, sorry. Let's see. Cat Cafe. By the way, now that we're at end of stream, what do we think? What do we think of a TPCI enforcing open deck list on some tournaments. What do we think? Do we like it? Do we not like it? Because I actually don't like it at all. Like, sure, open deck lists for like top cut stuff, just to like help the information discrepancy, that feels fine. But like top cut starting from day one, round one feels a little sad. It means I can't cook anymore, unfortunately. Anyway, let's go raid into cats. If you're watching on YouTube, there's going to be no raid happening whatsoever. Thanks everyone so much for watching. Make sure to join the Commander Discord. Pokemon Commander is really fun. We strive to make it better every day. Probably going to toss out another update tomorrow regarding maybe Commander damage and maybe a ban list update. I'm not entirely sure on that. For now, I'm going to say goodbye to you gamers, and Twitch chat will now receive potential raid messages you can copy based on if you're subbed or not. Thanks everyone so much for hanging out, and I'll talk to you next Tuesday. Unsure what deck to play then, but we'll see.